Hi, Student Success. Welcome to week 2 of the semester. So you made it through the first week. Hopefully you are getting more comfortable with navigation and just knowing what to do, not only in our class, but all your classes. So as a reminder, the Start Here folder is accessible all semester long if you need to go back and reference anything to kind of help you make things a little easier. I also want to remind you that you have a student services assignment due at the end of the semester. Yes, I know you have 15 weeks at this point. However, it'll come quicker than you realize. So please be sure to check out the student services walkthrough video that walks you through how to complete that assignment. I also have the link in my announcements for this week. All right, so we are in week 2. So if we take a quick look, week 2 is chapter 2. I love when it aligns like that. Week 2, chapter 2. So there is the lecture video. I primarily use the PowerPoints to talk about the chapter contents, but I also encourage you, as always, to spend some time inside either the text itself, the video, the slides, something. Make sure that you're comfortable with the content. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look what you're doing this week. Other than spending time in chapter 2 on motivation, organization of time and energy, and just staying on track, you're going to have a discussion board post, just like last week, that your original response is due by Wednesday for this week's attendance, and then you're going to respond to 2 classmates by Sunday, and you have a college resources digital scavenger hunt. So let's go ahead and jump into both of these. So if I go to materials, as a reminder, there's where your textbook link is, and then slides for the chapter itself. And then there are some other links in here, some access resources that are common, and a few they call them toolboxes, toolbox videos on different resources here at the campus. So you're welcome to check those out. But to go ahead and get the work done, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the chapter 2 discussion. I'm going to go to discussion. Here is the prompt again, and this is going to look familiar because this is kind of modeled after your discussion board from last week. So here you have 6 topics. So you only have 6 to choose from this time, but you are still choosing 4 total. So you're going to pick 4 concepts that are connected back to chapter 2, because chapter 2 does talk about motivation and attitude and time management and those type of things. So you're going to pick 2. Let's say one of the ones you talk about is time management. So you would say, I often feel like I don't have enough time for my college work for the following reasons. Give me a reason. Like maybe I have a full-time job and I work 40 hours a week and I have 3 kids at home, whatever the case is. I will start using these techniques to make sure I'm available. I'm going to start using planners and prioritizing and telling people no when I have to study or whatever it might be. So again, what you're doing is, even though you're only picking 4 of the 6, you're still kind of filling in 8 blanks, 2 per prompt, 2 per topic. So pick 4, respond to those blanks, post your original response by Wednesday. Wednesday will give you 100% attendance. You are still welcome to post late. You'll just get some partial attendance credit, but you want to make sure you post. Don't just skip it completely, because you also get points for actually answering the question. So you get points for, did you actually respond to all 4 of your topics? Remember, once you are ready, there's a little bit of info down there on it. Once you're ready to post, you'll click on the name of the thread again and hit Start New Thread, and that is where you will go ahead and post, and then you'll go back in and be able to see where other students have posted and respond to them. So you want to make sure you respond by Sunday to 2 classmates. All right, and the second assignment, this is like the Title IX quiz, as that Brightspace grades this automatically. So this is something that I just go in and I check to make sure that you've completed it. This is a college resources digital scavenger hunt. So it's kind of like what it sounds like. It's making sure you're aware of where resources are on campus. So it's going to start talking to you, and it has the old version of the website in here. So I'm still waiting on e-learning to update this, but the content is still the same. It's just you'll see the old website in the background.
Stark State College. These resources, let's do it. Use the website to find.
There we go. So now we're on the first question. So it's going to be questions like this. Where is something located? Can you get this information from this source? If you're not sure, my SSC is a great place. We can type in testing center, and then you can see it comes up right here, and then there. See, this is the benefit of watching these videos. You are also welcome, obviously, to go to the Stark State main page, and I would go info for current students, and then there's a lot of links over here. So like academic support, I would scroll down, make sure I don't pass it. There we go, testing centers right there. So you can certainly use the main webpage and my SSC to help you find any of these if you're not familiar with them. And then just make sure on the last page you hit submit, and that should go through anywhere from a few minutes to sometimes up to an hour. Brightspace will process it and post it. All right, so quick recap. Make sure you spend some time in Chapter 2 this week. Complete your Chapter 2 discussion, original response by Wednesday, for weekly attendance responded to classmates by Sunday, and then your college resources digital scavenger hunt by Sunday as well. Have a great week.